Yeah. So that's the story.
It ends right there? You sure about it?
I ain't gonna tell you anymore.
You sure it ends right there?
Well, I figured she was right. The way she said she lived right around the corner. And we got down the subway, and we made about 8 different stops and changed the subway what do you call them?
Station?
Yeah, you rode on.
The train car.
Yeah. And well, anyway, I ended up at her place in the morning.
In the morning.
I said, I gotta go. She started crying. She says, I'll never see you again. I said, yeah, I'll be back. No, you won't. I'll never see you again. I said, yeah, I'll be back. So I left. I didn't know where I was in Paris. And there was an MP directing traffic. And I was just ready to walk out from the curb toward the MP to ask him how I was going to get back to Saône, France. Here come his Jeep 508. The mailman. He stopped and I go down. That's where I go back to camp again.
You got to ride with a mailman?
Want to ride back with the mailman. Yeah.
How lucky you probably thought you were, just the mailman happens to pull up.
What's that?
The mailman just happens to pull up just for your division?
Yeah, it just so happened to come by. Thank God.
How else do you think you would have gotten back? How else do you think you would have gotten back to your division?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Well, me and Roy Nash from Germany, Cologne, we hitchhiked back to Saône, France. I got permission from Mike's sergeant. He got permission from his sergeant, and we hitchhiked back. And well, we met a few girls on the way back, and there was Saône, and there was Soissons, and we ended up in Soissons. So it so happened there was a Jeep that was going back to Saône. So we looked out again. You done eating?
Yeah.
Oh, already?
Yeah, I mean, I've never eaten that before. I don't really want to try. Not really much of a vegetable guy.
Oh. So that's a story on that one.
He's like, oh. What about whenever you were going around France, like patrolling the streets?
Around France?
If I remember correctly, you said something about that before? In Holland.
I met a girl, and she lived in Paris. She was camping outside of camp when we was there at the airport. Well, I got her address, and I went to Paris, got to Paris, and found her. Real nice. Her mother and dad was very nice. They'd let me stay there overnight. You know, go back to camp. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I transferred out of the 508 to the 17th Airborne. Who didn't want to go to? See, Eisenhower picked the 508 as his honor guard in Frankfurt, Germany. and the ones that didn't want to go could transfer out. So I transferred out and went to the 17th Airborne. I became a cook there.
Why didn't you want to go?
I didn't want to fit and polish stuff. You know. And I don't think they wanted us anyhow. Us troublemakers. Because that's the ones that all left was my buddies and me. As far as I know. But anyway, I learned to be a cook in the 17th Airborne.
You cook anything good?
Huh?
You cook anything good?
Oh, our cook was out of this world. Believe me. We would go out in the country and get eggs off the farmers and trade with what do you call it? Eggs, get eggs for coffee and stuff like that, sugar and stuff like that to get eggs. When we got enough eggs, the guys come through the line. How do you want your eggs? Sunny side up, light over, scrambled, any way you want them. That's the way we made them for them. I'm telling you, when we got meat, and it was for stew, and it was good enough for steak. The sergeant, mess sergeant, would cook steak for him. How do you want the steak? However you want it, that's the way he made it. This one kid come through the line, and I was passing out bread this day, and I wanted to give him a slice of bread. That French bread was good. He said, I don't eat bread. I said, what? He said, I never ate bread. I never ate bread. I said, you never ate bread? He said, no. I said, well, take his slice and try it. Well, then, after that, he was eating bread. Whether he lied to me or tell me the truth, I couldn't tell you. But the colonel, he come there and I think, he said, I hear you guys have the best food in the Army. I said, yes, sir. He said, well, I'll be here Sunday, and I want to eat what they're eating. So we set up a table outside there, and gave them we was serving to the men. And he says, I believe you now. They're eating better than anybody. They were, I'll tell you. That mess sergeant was really out of this world. He begged me to stay in the Army. I said, 3 years is enough. I'm going home. Miss my mom and dad. I lost a brother in the war. He was a tail gunner in a B-17.
I remember you telling us before you were in Holland and you were patrolling a street and a mortar came down but didn't have explosives and had rags.
What's that?
You said a mortar almost hit you a couple times throughout the war. But they had rags in them instead of explosives.
Oh, the 88 shells.
Yeah, the mortar shells.
The dead. Oh, thank God. Thank God for them.
Tell us about that. Yeah, explain how that happened a couple times.
Well, the 88, we was on patrol in the town of Nijmegen in Holland. And when the squad went up, one guy would cross over to that walked down that street, down that sidewalk, and another one that walked down this sidewalk, and the other one, and I was the last one in the line. And I just got to the curb and an 88 hit at the brick in front of me. Tore up the brick and it was a dud. I was on, me and Roy Nash was Joe Favela was on the crossroad. We was guard in Holland, and they had these here like butterfly, like a mortar shell. They had a tube and they go down and they go, one after another. And they were coming in close to us where we were, and we had a dugout trench that was covered for 2 men. And I said, Favela, I says, we better get in the hole. He said, they're coming in awful close. Well, he took his time going down and getting in the hole. And one of them come in and landed right in front of me. And I went down in the hole. And I said, there's one that's a dud. That hit. He said, you're full of shit. I said, I'll show you in the morning. So I showed him where the hole was. I said, that's where that dud went in. The foot went off, boy, they killed both of us.
You got God watching you.
Yeah. Yeah. When we was going down the street in the town in Holland after that second day, the day after we landed in Holland, down toward the bridge. We stopped, this woman come out with a chair and come to me to sit down, and these 2 girls sat on my lap. 2 shots rang out. They both hit down by my feet. Well, then these civilians all went in their home, evacuated the streets. There was one guy who was taking movie camera of us, but I never could get anybody to find out where, if I could get the film of some of it. I couldn't find out. They had a party for us there in Nijmegen and all when things were calmed down. They had a party for us. So there was guys in this building, this hall, and I walked in. This woman was passing out the beer, 1 bottle per soldier that was in there. And I walked in and she said, you watch the beer, I gotta go and just give them 1 bottle, that's all, per person. I said, oh, okay. Now all these guys walking in, she picked me to give out the beer. I said, okay. So these guys, there was about 5 guys and they had whiskey. And they was in the men's room. And they come out and said, hey Joe, give me another beer. I said, I'm only supposed to pass out 1. They said, well, we have whiskey in there. He said, using it as a, shot of whiskey and a shot of beer to wash it down, I guess. Come on in, when you have a chance. So I gave him some beer. So the woman come back. So I went in and started drinking whiskey and beer. Started feeling pretty good. Come out. She says, will you pass out these apples in a bushel? Me and Bladen. I said, yeah. So I got the one end of the bushel and Bladen got the other end, and we walk around giving it out, passing out the apples. So we went up on stage as band, the orchestra. We went and passed them out to them. While I was up there, I was feeling pretty good. I got on the mic. I said, what are you guys doing down there? I said, this band is playing good music and nobody's dancing. Come on, let's get out there, you guys, and get a girl there and start dancing.
What were they playing?
Oh, good dance music. Not this stuff they play today.
Oh no, this stuff's horrible.
Yeah. So they started one by one. They started. I got the word. The colonel was in there, and he said, "Who's that asshole?" So after the party was over, we was walking out, and I said, "Hey, Blade," I said, I lost my helmet. I was always losing my helmet. Even when I jumped, I used to lose my helmet. He reached over and grabbed somebody's helmet and put it on my head. That way. So I got a helmet on. So we left. That was the end of the party.
Did everyone start dancing?
Huh?
Did everyone start dancing?
Oh, after it was over.
Well, whatever you told them.
Whatever they quit. This was later on. When the band quit and it was over, we went back to the homes. It was, the people put us in part of their home. And we was up in this one upstairs.
Take him back to get prison. So whether I have to take him back.
And the upstairs was a bedroom. What is that?
It's corn.
Oh, bedroom. Then there was a bedroom over there and a bedroom over there. And I was over there. I was sitting up against the wall, and I was writing letter home. Pretty soon I heard, I hit the floor. Good thing the bullets were down this way from me. The guy over there in that room over there, he put his toes up like that and he went boom, the Tommy gun. And I couldn't believe when he took his boots off, the bullets went between his toes.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't hit a single toe?
Yeah, they didn't hit the toe, right between them.
Wow.
And this happened just randomly when you were writing a letter?
Yeah.
Was he drunk?
I don't think so. I know. He might have been, I don't know. But anyway, he got evacuated him. But I couldn't believe it. That he didn't lose a toe.
That's crazy.
Well, there was one guy, when we walked from Nijmegen to Oss, which was I forget what they said, 10 mile, something like that. Trucks come in and picked up so many, and it so happened I was in the ones that had to walk. And we walked to a town named Oss. Well, anyway, we stayed there overnight, and they come and picked us up in the trucks the next day. But while we were there, this one trooper, he looked at this other one, he had a 45, and he said, "I'm going to shoot you." And he pulled the trigger. He did. He shot him, killed him.
Why?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Whatever happened after that, what they did to him, I couldn't tell you. But we was there all night. The next day the trucks come and picked us up and brought us back to this camp. Oh, when I was in the 78th Division, we went in an overnight problem, you know. We got back in the morning. We got there in our barracks. We heard a shot in the barracks across the road. Here this kid come back and he shot himself.
Really?
Killed
The same kid?
No, a different kid.
He,
Oh.
Did he come back from battle?
huh?
Did he come back from battle?
No, we was in camp. No, we wasn't in battle.
Oh.
We was going basic training
Oh.
when I was in 78th Division.
Oh.
So they come in and search everybody to pick up any ammunition anybody had. Yeah, he come back and shot himself.
That's horrible.
Two guys in our barracks drank board cleaner. And they put him in a hospital.
Isn't that stuff like poison?
Board cleaner.
Yeah, isn't that like poison?
Well, no, it didn't kill him.
Were they
Made
expecting it to kill him?
Made him sick. They put him in a hospital. And I heard that one of the doctors, he said, "You want to commit suicide?" He said, "Here, drink this." Oh, she said, "No." And they come back to camp. That's just about the only good stories I know.
Hmm.
Well, the 78th went over, and they got shut up pretty good over there.
Still recording.
Mm-hmm. He said he's running out of stories.
What other?
Oh, I told you the 504 crossed the Wall River and got the Germans away from the bridge and saved the bridge.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, in Nijmegen, yeah. My guy was in Elwood. I grew up in Elwood was in the 504. He was one of that crossed that bridge, yeah, crossed that river. The Wall River was the Rhine in Germany, and it was the Wall River in Holland.
What were you saying about the 78?
I was in the 78th.
No, you were saying how they got shot up pretty good.
They got shot pretty good. They took a dam, I think it was, over in Germany.
How long did they hold it for?
Oh, they held it until, oh, you know,
Yeah, the end of the war.
the Germans did get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is your first?
We got relieved. When we went up to Bulge was the 6th of December, and all that winter went back. What was that, April? I think it was April. We went back and they got showers. Got a shower and a change of clothes.
Well, yeah, first time in a couple months.
Yeah. Well, we were demolition men. We could get stuff and put them in our canteen, and we had this composition C, and it would burn. And you put a little bit and light it, and that would heat the soup up or whatever you had, in your C rations. You get soup or cheese, stuff like that. Well, we had the privilege of, we could heat ours, you know, in the winter there.
Did you ever not have any rations?
Huh?
Did you ever like run out of rations or come close to running out of rations?
Oh, well, when we were up on Devil's Hill in Holland, we were surrounded. And 5 days. Well, we run out of rations, yeah. But then Company C, they come around and got the Germans at the bottom of the hill. And then we got relieved and got rations and ate. Yeah.
I remember you mentioning before how you were beneath the hill and you got a little curious, so you climbed up to the top of the hill and you moved a branch like just above.
That, yeah, 2 shots. Good thing they shot and hit above my head.
So you were climbing the hill.
Hit the branch.
You
above
climbed
me.
up the hill.
Yeah.
Explain the story.
I got inquisitive. They were shooting up there, and I got inquisitive. I was going up, and I didn't get a shot. Take 2 shots. 2 shots went off, and they hit the branch above my head. That was the last time I got inquisitive.
And one time you said a bullet like nipped your ear.
Oh, down in town. It's walking down the street. Nitschke was walking behind me. And she so happened, he passed me. Before we got to this corner, he passed me and a shot rang out. And I could feel it hit, get the hair on the side of my ear. If he was behind me, he'd have got hit. But what made him pass me at that moment, I don't know. But there was a guy across the street behind the hedge, and he was watching for them guys shooting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the only shot that was shot. Well, for the 2 that were fired before that, there was a couple of shots fired, but they shot the Germans. Both of them were shot. Both of them were shot right through the temple. Whoever shot him was a good shot.
Had to be.
And we got down into town, and they started to by the bridge, and they started to throw 88s in, And me and Favela went in his house, went up in the third floor, and there was 2 doors open, and I was looking down at the bridge. You could see the guys in the girders, and there was a dispatch man in a motorcycle. I guess he was taking messages across the bridge, back over across the bridge. Well, when he was on this side of the bridge, I put my sights up when I was shooting at him. But he was still going across the bridge. I didn't hit him. We gone down on the foot, got out of the house. We got down out, and there was this lieutenant with a patrol. And he says, "Come on, you two." We said, "No, we're going to go put our company up." I said, "You're coming with me."